Welcome back to Narrow Ground Entertainment. I'm Steve the Unimpressed. This is episode 8 of COVID Besieged. Because one of my family members tested positive for COVID-19, I have to stay home from work, so I'm taking advantage of the time off to make a YouTube video a day, and since it was thematically appropriate, I chose a zombie apocalypse game to make them in. Yesterday I survived the first horde night, so what I'm going to do today is probably run around and do a lot of looting. I am planning to go and get the second treasure that I've been putting off going to search for several days now. I've already got about as much food and water as I need to take with me, and most of my other supplies are in order, so I'm going to start heading over there now. The days immediately after these horde nights, in my experience, are the best time to go around looting or making any excursions that you have been planning for a while in 7 Days to Die. As the game goes on, the defenses that you want to build get a little bit more elaborate, and they're going to take more time to complete, and they're also going to require more maintenance time. So the days immediately before the horde shows up are usually spent doing that. Can't aim to save my life this morning. The few uninterrupted, peaceful days that you have immediately following a zombie horde are therefore pretty valuable as a time to run around and explore the map while you don't have to worry too much about whether your fortifications are in good shape or not. Now that I have a real rifle, the wildlife is no match for me. Here we are at the location of our second buried treasure. So I'm going to clear out some of the grass in the area before I get started. In a car that I stopped to loot on the way here, I found this quality 5 stone shovel. So I'm going to switch to using that, because that is significantly better than the quality 2 stone shovel that I was able to make and have been using for a while. In fact, I'm just going to scrap that because it's not that valuable anymore. The quality 5 shovel does a little bit more damage, which will shorten my digging time. There we go, we found it. And it's locked just like before. Good thing I remembered my lockpicks. Finally. I broke way more lockpicks than usual trying to do that. I went from 35 lockpicks down to 21, so I broke 14 lockpicks. But got more rifle ammunition, quite a few more Duke's Casino tokens, and some more arrows. Now, I'm not really sure what this place over here in the distance is, but I'm already here, so I might as well check it out. Full inventory notwithstanding. I can always put a chest outside the door and leave behind the things that I don't really need at home. Alright, just gonna cut my way into the house through the front windows. Don't see any zombies in the first room. Surprise. Come back for that. But first, let's just check out the basement. Alright, looks like this is where they keep the goodies in this place. So we'll start down here. I'm not sure why, but the furnaces in this game always seem to have loot in them. A better bow than the one we have at the house, so I'll probably carry that back, and more rifle ammo is always welcome. Alright, I don't really need 3 quality 3 primitive bows, and you can't sell them, so I'm just going to scrap those into wood. And same thing with this extra club. Well, let's swap it for the one I'm already using, since the one I'm using is totally unmodified, and scrap the one that I'm using instead, since its durability is lower. I am going to check and see whether I can add this bandolier mod onto my chest armor, which I think I can. Indeed I can. That will allow me to reload faster. A still better bow. In one of those boxes I found a baseball bat, which is still a club, but it is better than the homemade version that I've been using so far, which is really just a stick. So I'm going to go ahead and start using the baseball bat instead when I need to hit a zombie. Sounds like there are a few outside for me to try it out on too. So let's just go address that. Significantly better. Since my inventory is already well over what I can easily carry back and is almost completely full, I'm going to go ahead and put out a supply chest outside this house. Let's pick the lock on this safe. See how many lockpicks we can break on this one. Only broke 3 or 4 on this one. And yet another primitive bow, but it's still of higher quality than the one I already had, so we'll keep it. Not sure why you'd keep that in a safe, though. Alright, some very handy things in the bookshelf. One of them is the pistol schematic. So I will now be able to make a pistol, which is good because I have a lot of 9mm ammunition that I don't have a weapon to use right now. And I do have handgun parts that I found in one of the boxes. I'm not sure if it's enough for a pistol, but still, it's progress. And the second volume of Lucky Looter, which is one of the book skills. And that particular book lets us find more ammunition in loot. And as the description text there says, you can never have enough ammunition. It is getting late, so I should probably hurry up and make my way back to the house. There's a whole bunch of stuff that I'm actually leaving behind here at this house because I want to be able to move as quickly as possible on the way home, considering it's so late. A lot of these weapon parts I'm leaving behind because I can't make the associated weapons, and I'm not likely to be able to acquire the ability to make them in the near future. The pistol parts I'm taking with me because now I can make a pistol. I'm going to take the shotgun parts as well because I may well find a schematic in the near future that will let me make the shotgun. The others are more incidental weapons that I'm not too worried about whether or not I can make them even if I do get the ability, because I probably won't use them much, with the exception of the machete, but the machete is a later game weapon anyway, so I probably won't be able to make it for quite a while. And with that, I should probably get moving. Made it home with just a few minutes to spare. Let's get inside and put some of this stuff away. And while I'm here, I'll restart the forge and get it melting down a little more iron, because I need to make some more forged iron. One thing I realized I probably should already have done while I was out there digging up that treasure is make an iron shovel, because I have the ability to make one now. And there's no point in continuing to use a stone shovel, even a higher quality stone shovel like the one that I found today, when I can make an iron shovel. I hear some zombies wandering past. Hopefully they don't notice that we're here. Looks like we're safe. They're disappearing over the hill. 7 Days to Die does have a heat map function. And the heat map tracks how long you've been in a specific area, and the longer you have been there, or the more stuff you have done there, it increases the likelihood that zombies will come to investigate that area. And the higher the heat value is, the more likely they are to notice your structure and try to break into it. Using things like the forge, the campfire, and the workbench a lot increases the heat value of an area as well. So that's one of the reasons that I'm a little concerned about zombies eventually breaking through the walls here. Doesn't seem to be happening yet, but eventually they will notice I'm here and they will try to do that. I was able to produce more than enough forged iron to make myself an iron shovel, and a little bit beyond that. I looked at the requirements for the pistol, and I actually do have enough handgun parts to make a basic pistol right now. But that also requires forged iron, and 48 is all I have for now. But I think I'm going to hold off on making the pistol until at least tomorrow. Instead, I'm going to make myself an iron shovel and a claw hammer. I already had one of those, but used it up to make the workbench, and I would kind of like to have one back. I think my goal for tomorrow will be to run over to my iron deposit and mine up more iron, so that I can fill out my complement of iron tools. A fire axe would also be good, which would fill my complement of tools for the time being. And I need lots of forged iron to make the rest of the things I need, so I might as well go and dig up a good supply of iron. Before I bother to craft those tools, though, I am going to come over here to the skills and assign my 2 skill points to another point of the strength attribute and another level of minor 69er, which is the skill tree that allows you to make tools. That way I can get a quality 3 tool instead of a quality 2 when I make these. and I accidentally miscalculated a little bit there. I am slightly short the amount of forged iron that I need to make another hammer, so instead, I'm going to go ahead and make the pistol. Because I still have enough forged iron for that. Might as well. That's where we'll leave today's episode of COVID Besieged. Give the video a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe to my channel to see more content, and if you'd like to help my channel grow, please share it with your friends. Goodbye and God bless.